Buenas tardes.
I told you to get the out of here.
¿Mandé?
Out of here. Get out. That's illegal.
Why would you do that?
That's illegal. I don't want that.
This guy who destroyed a food vendor stand is unfortunately a familiar face.
Está macheteando mi vitrina. Ajá. Estoy grabando.
Yo! Calm down! You good, bro?
Hello again, Daniel J. McGuire. What are you doing?
Danish informs us it is indeed Daniel McGuire.
You know what? They might be beautiful, but they're stolen. Yeah, they are. It has to have receipts. By law, it has to have receipts to prove that they're not stolen. That's the law.
They're fruit.
Where's the profit incentive to sell things that aren't stolen? I'm the resident of this neighborhood. That's why. Where do you? Are you the one that lives here? I'm going to sue you.
Oh, I just assumed, but I
I am. Okay, where do you live? What are you doing here? Mind your business. This is my business.
my neighborhood.
Okay, well, this is illegal.
No,
This
wait,
is,
this is government property.
no, this is an R1 zoning district. You don't know.
I do know my.
Who, if you recall, has made it his business to harass, then destroy food vendors' stands multiple times now. Here's McGuire, shown in slow motion, throwing fruit on the ground a previous time, where he was caught on camera criminalizing a man's business. McGuire was proud of what he did, returning multiple times. We covered this story previously to shed light on what food vendors must have to endure. McGuire was even arrested for what he did. So our question is this: what happened? Why is he still doing this? At the time of the first incident involving McGuire, a GoFundMe was launched. Posted in English and Spanish, it read as follows: Tomas was harassed by Daniel J. McGuire, who is a known agitator in Woodland Hills. He has not gone back to cell in fear of Daniel's threats. Local media picked up on the story. The most recent attack happened on the corner of Dumetz Road and Canoga Avenue, and it was all caught on video, which shows the armed man approaching the fruit stand and start to knock it over. The vendor, Jonathan Alvarez Marquez, moved about a block away for safety but continued taking video of the incident. The man was armed with an axe and was caught smashing the stand. Residents said they know who the suspect is and that police are familiar with him after they arrested him in March for a similar attack on another street vendor. I knew it would happen again, said Leslie Jacobs of Woodland. In fact, after I saw the first time, the suspect put out a 3-page manifesto full of hate and violence and threats. All of this was turned over to police. Mike, a community advocate, said this attack was not the first. The man lives in the neighborhood, according to residents, but he has not been formally identified by police. Quote, this is the same guy that's been attacking people for quite a while now. He attacks street vendors, and he's basically destroying their carts, destroying their fruits, all their merchandise, whatever he can. He's very destructive with his behavior. He's very belligerent. Everything he says is nonsense, said Mike. Mike said advocates have confronted the man several times to ask about his actions, and they don't receive a response from the man, but he continues to harass the vendors. He intimidates them. A lot of these vendors are scared. They're Latino guys and are younger, so they feel intimidated. Tony Craig just moved into the neighborhood and is disappointed by the man's actions. To have it happen on the block that you just moved into can be really sad, but we always try to do the right thing, so I'd like to make sure this gentleman, the vendor, is okay, she said. Meanwhile, City Councilman Bob Blumenfield is seeking to expand protections for street vendors, according to a motion he filed last week. Quote, any attack against a street vendor is abhorrent, and everyone who sees this video should be deeply disturbed, he said in a statement. Violent vigilante behavior is illegal and immoral. This individual will be held accountable. Such an attack is clearly an attempt to intimidate both his victim and other street vendors and cannot be tolerated.